As a punishment for you slacking off from all your chores, you're being locked in the garage with no heating whatsoever. And you won't be coming out of there until I'm back from my ski trip. So please, think about what you've done and learn from it.
What are you thinking, Molly? This isn't even a joke. Come back here and open this garage door right now.
Not happening. I'm already on my way out of town now. I'm about to get in the highway here, so there's nowhere for me to turn around.
You're actually leaving town? How long do you plan to be out of town for?
I'll be back in 4 days. And you're being really annoying right now, Leia, so for the next 4 days, you sit in the freezing cold and think about what you've done for me, please? Understand?
Huh? You'll be away for 4 days? How can you do this to me? This is seriously not a joke, alright? I don't even have any water out here with me. And having to sit out in the garage while it's in the middle of winter is not survivable.
No matter what you find to be the problem in there, that is what you get for what childish and irresponsible things you've done. Now shut your mouth up for me, please.
All I did was take a nap because I didn't get a lot of sleep. Yet why am I being put into a life or death situation now for it?
You're being so overdramatic, calling that a life or death situation. The pros talk about this all the time, right? As long as you don't fall asleep out in the cold, you won't have to worry about dying. In other words, as long as you keep yourself awake for the next 4 days, you'll be totally fine.
How freaking stupid are you? Sure, things will become worse if I fall asleep, but things are already going to be life-threatening just by staying awake out here.
And that's why I said that I'll be back from this ski trip in 4 days to let you out of there. Just shut up and listen to what I'm saying, please. You're always overreacting.
You are locking me out in the garage during the coldest time of the year, when there's quite literally an active warning not to be outside overnight. I have every right to overreact right now. Ugh, Jesus. I'm already starting to shiver out here.
You're acting like a spoiled child that needs all the attention over there. Well, this is what you get for acting like that all the time and taking a nap without asking for my approval first. Next time, you'll think twice, right?
I'm going to tell your husband and Drake about this. Is that what you want me to do?
I don't care what you say to them. Those two are so kind to me, and if I were to say that I just accidentally closed the door on you without knowing, they'd forgive me. Also, those two are overseas right now for work, so there's nothing they can really do for you anyway, right?
Crap. I'm starting to go completely numb out here now. I need to sit down for a second.
You're still typing away on that smartphone of yours, so you'll be fine.
It's so cold. I can't breathe.
You are so bad at acting, Leia. Now I have a skiing trip to look forward to. Make sure you learn your lesson in these next few days before I come home, all right?
I can't.
And I made sure to post a comment about you online today saying how you once again slacked off from doing your chores. I hope that a lot of people find your account later and teach you a lesson or two as well about being a good daughter-in-law.
You did that again? All that does is you're bullying me.
Well, considering there are plenty of smart people online who can preach to you, it would be a waste not to post about your wrongdoings on there. Are you doing all right over there? I know things were pretty rough just then. I get that you and your mother-in-law have always been on different pages, but this time she went and locked you in her garage during the coldest time of the year? Who does that?
The fact that you live so close to her place really helped me. I wouldn't have been able to last much longer out there in the freezing cold weather.
What happened that made her get so upset at you that she had to lock you out there?
She's just a bitch. And when both her husband and Drake went overseas for work, she revealed all of her true colors. It doesn't help that she's freakishly in love with Drake, and sees me as being in the way of her and him.
But is that enough reason for her to do that to you? I was already pretty freaked out by the fact that she'd post these random comments online about how you're a terrible daughter-in-law and wife to Drake. But what she's done this time is attempted murder, right? I can't believe a killer has been living so close to me.
So, about what I asked you for help with.
I'm not sure I can make it happen in 4 days, though. I'm going to have to put all my time and effort into it, so there better be an amazing reward sitting on the other side for me, okay?
There is no other option now. I don't have anyone else to ask but you, so I'll make this count. And you'll be paid handsomely after I get that settlement from her for this.
Well, considering you are a very good friend of mine, I could just do this for you out of appreciation. Also, it wouldn't be very entertaining to just call the police on her now without at least having a little fun first, right?
I want to do something that'll leave her utterly speechless. I'm going to make her regret ever living after locking me in the freezing cold like that.
Then I'm going to need to get to work on this project you've given me right away. If I can't get it done in time, don't you dare complain about it, all right?
No! You have to get it done in time!
Hey now. I get it, but if that's the way you've been acting around your mother-in-law, perhaps that's the reason she wasn't too into you. I'm sorry, Leia. The plan was to stay there for just 3 nights, but it was so fun for me that I decided to stay another 2 without thinking. Has that given you enough time, then, to learn your lesson? Why have you not responded to my texts yet? Are you trying to not talk to me or something? Oh, you really are just so immature, aren't you? I just got back home now, so I'll come over to the garage and have a good look at your shivering body. What? Huh? Hey, Leia, did you see all of that? Your mother-in-law got a good look at your frozen stiff body and then panicked before running away, leaving you there.
I unfortunately saw all of it. What a freaking bitch, right? I thought that at the very least, she'd give 911 a call so that an ambulance would come and get me.
But now she's just proven to everyone that she's a criminal and will have to go to prison for this. I'm sure she's aware of that as well now and will have to spend many years locked behind bars if found. By the way, did you have a look at the car she came home in?
There was another man I've never even seen before sitting in the driver's seat. Now I can see what's been going on over at that ski resort. I don't want to believe that, though.
So she locked her son's wife in the garage during the middle of winter to freeze while running off to have an affair? And then after staying longer than expected out with him, she comes home to find you cold as ice on the floor and not moving, only to run away in order to not be caught. That right there tells you everything you need to know about the kind of monster she is.
Chloe, thank you so much for everything. That body you made up is so realistic looking. She didn't even notice a thing about it just being a simple dummy on the floor.
I thought I only had 4 days to get it done, but she gave me an extra 2 to get all the fine detail work done. 6 days isn't all that much time either, but an extra 2 days is still an extra 2 days. I can't believe I pulled it off, though.
I knew you were a pro at doing things like that.
It was kinda hard for me to make up a dummy of my best friend, though. Very sad, to say the least. But at least with you being a good friend, my best friend, I was able to get all your finer details taken care of with ease.
That dummy really is the work of a pro. I'll make sure you get paid finely for your work.
Hey, of course I'd love to be paid for a job like that. But your mother-in-law just came back to your body with a shovel.
Oh, God. Wait, are you freaking serious? Is she actually going to take things that far with this? Holy crap!
I'm sorry to say this, but your mother-in-law really is the definition of evil. How are things on your end, though? Were you able to get a good recording of everything?
Of course, but the amount of footage I've taken now is so much that it's scary. I'm getting ready to release all of this to the public and have you deal with the consequences of her actions.
I think that would be the right thing to do now. I honestly don't want to watch any more of this, though, because it's like something straight out of a horror film. She's digging your dummy's grave as we speak.
Molly? Hello, Molly? Please look at your phone. It's me.
What? A ghost? I'm so sorry, Leia. I never meant to do that to you on purpose, okay? I never thought that you'd freeze up so stiffly.
You just went and buried me out back behind the tree line in the backyard, right?
What? No, hold on a second. I never did that to your body to be mean. Oh, look, it's really cold out there right now, so I thought that your body would need some warming up in the ground. Oh, think of the dirt as though it's a blanket or something covering you up and keeping you warm.
There are blankets inside of the house, though, right? If you wanted to warm me up and not piss off my ghost, then why wouldn't you just get me a real blanket and bury me in that?
I know what you're saying, but I think that dirt is a lot warmer for you than a blanket would be. I want to make sure that you will be happy before you go to heaven. So don't think of what I've done as just burying you, but rather me warming you up to make you happy.
That sounds like a really pathetic excuse, but...
Hey, you don't have to argue with me anymore, right? I was more than shocked when I found you out in the garage like that. Oh, could you please just get on with it and go to heaven now?
What the hell is wrong with you? Even after you killed me, you're going to act like I just need to go and get lost?
Well, you're no longer a part of this world, right? I really learned my lesson now and promise to never kill anyone ever again. I promise you that. I really do not like having to talk with a ghost over the phone. It's scaring me.
Look, I am not a ghost speaking to you. I am still very much alive and well.
What? But wait, you were just out in my garage, frozen to the ground.
Take a better look at the body before you just take it out back and bury it. That was not my body. It was just a doll. A dummy.
What? Wait, let me look. Oh no. Oh, you're right. Why?
Well, let's just leave that question be for a little bit. How was all of that, Molly? How did it feel to have killed someone by freezing them to death in your own garage?
What form of harassment is this? You just went and scared me in one of the most evil ways possible.
I don't want you calling any of this harassment when you just went and buried what you believe to be my body out back instead of calling 911. Now tell me, do you have any idea what kind of trouble you could be getting in now for doing something like what you did? You left someone out in the garage with nothing at all during the coldest time of the year when temperatures go way into the negatives.
And I just apologized to you for doing that, right? Also, you're still alive, so what's the big deal here? There's nothing else to talk about now. You should be happy with that prank's outcome, right?
You don't even seem to care about the fact that you had just killed someone technically, and now you're going to act like you can preach about it to me? Let me tell you something then. Not only did you let me freeze out in the garage for 6 days with no water or anything to keep me warm, but you didn't even bother calling for help when you found a dead body in there. You then went out into your yard and dug up a hole and then placed my supposed body in it to try and act like nothing ever happened. And I have it all on video now.
What?
When you should have been taking responsibility for the horrible actions you had committed, you instead were going to try to run from your crimes. Go ahead and tell everyone that you never planned to bury my body 6 feet under. I'll just show the video I've recorded of you, and we'll see who's going to believe your lying ass.
You recorded me doing that? That is taking things way too far. What kind of devilish child are you?
Thank God I had my phone on me when you locked me out in that garage. But had I not, then that dummy would be me right now, being buried in your backyard. You can't even joke about something like this anymore, now that I've seen how terrible of a monster you are. What you've committed is attempted murder, and it will not go unanswered.
What the hell are you talking about? This was you tricking me. If you go and put that video out in public, I am going to take you to court and sue you.
I don't care what you try to do. What you did was a far bigger crime than anything else that happened today, and you will not be able to run and hide from it.
But it was just a freaking doll, so who cares anymore? All I was doing was burying a doll out in my backyard. Tell me how something like that is wrong of me.
Remember, this is not about you burying the dummy, but about you trying to kill me knowingly. And if you think nobody will find out about that, I have other evidence proving that you left me out there to die, knowing damn well that it was too cold for any human to survive 6 days in. And that was not a doll you left out there. That was me. Do you think you can take me out to court and win when I have evidence showing that you tried to kill me?
I get it already. You want money from me, don't you? If that's what you want, then I'll give it to you. How much money are you looking for from me?
Excuse me?
I just asked you how much money you want from me. You have to have a number on your mind currently, right? Tell me and I'll give it to you. And once I've paid you, please don't go telling anyone about this. We can settle all of this between just the two of us, so that'll be fine with you, right?
Is that what you think will settle this? Then I'd like you to pay me $100,000. Can you do that for me?
Huh? Are you a child? I would never be able to pay you that kind of money. Oh, give me a much more realistic number right now, please.
Okay, $1 million. Please and thank you. And if you don't get that to me by the end of today, then I'm not going to settle with you. If you really want for this to be settled between you and I with nobody else getting involved, then I'd like $1 million now. Get it for me and bring it to where I'm at.
That's impossible. What if that's impossible for me?
If you find that an impossible amount for you to pay, then I will take you to court and sue you for that amount. I'll also go and show both your husband and Drake the video of what you did to me.
Okay. How about we start with $50,000? If you allow me to start with that amount, I can get it for you right now.
Nope, not the amount I requested. If you think that I'm playing games and would be fine with that amount, you're going to have another thing coming. I started out with $100,000, but you made fun of that number. So now it's $1 million. Get that money together for me, please. $50,000 is nothing but chump change to the victim of an attempted murder.
What the hell is wrong with you, Leia? I am offering you $50,000 right now out of my pockets. You just relax and take that kind of money from me.
All right, we're at $2 million now. I said we weren't playing games, yet you still want to take jabs at me like I'm a child. $2 million, please. I will not take a penny less than that now. Understood?
Hey, I'm asking you at the very least to please not show anyone that video of what I did. I've learned every lesson imaginable now from this, okay? I'm serious.
Nope. You haven't learned crap until you have been forced to take responsibility for everything you did to me.
This is my last chance to you. If you don't take it, you'll really be making me your enemy, okay?
Yes, I'm aware of that. And to be frank with you, I don't care.
All right then, I'm going to talk with my husband right now and have him crush you under his feet. He's a shareholder for a very large company that employs hundreds of thousands of people. He has both money and power in this world and will not negotiate with you at all. He will be able to crush you within seconds and not even have to blink in order to do so. Is that really what you want to happen now?
Oh ho ho. So now you're putting on your big girl pants and talking to me? Well, let me tell you something funny. There is a huge rip down the back of your pants which lets me see your fat lying ass. And you know why I say that? Because that husband you think is on your side right now won't be.
Of course he's going to be on my side. I'm his wife after all, and he'll do everything to protect me. And right now you're not only making an enemy out of me, but out of him now as well.
First of all, I don't care how many enemies I have to deal with. And second of all, you're the one who's going to be facing all of this on your own soon. And after all, I see a divorce happening not too far in the future from now. Like, within the next week or so.
What are you talking about? My husband and I do not want to have a divorce at all and never will. You don't know anything about the bond he and I share, you stranger. Why do you even think that something like a divorce would ever take place between him and I soon? Tell me your reasoning right now.
My reason for why I think that is simple. You're cheating on him.
What?
And that trip you took just then was you going off to have an affair, right? You took advantage of the fact that both your husband and son left the country for work and planned a week-long trip with that man. Am I wrong?
No, wait. What are you going on about right now, Leia? I would never do something as unloyal as that to my husband. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just a little bit ago, when you arrived at the house in that car, there was a man sitting in the driver's seat. Who was that exactly?
He's just a hired driver that I used for the trip.
Is that so? So that then means you are totally fine with random hired drivers hugging you so affectionately when getting out of their car? From what could be seen, it even looked like he had one hand on your boobs.
But that's just something they do over in Korea. When the passenger they've driven arrives at their destination, the driver will get out and hug them passionately.
Are you sure about that? Well, if you are, don't be upset then by the fact I recorded footage of that as well. And I'll be showing it to your husband later on to see what he thinks. He's been to Korea a lot more than you have, so he knows about their culture far more than you do, right? I'll see what he thinks about it and prove whether you're lying to me or not.
Do not show him that video! Oh, it's not like I'm cheating or anything on him, but he might get the wrong idea from the video if you show him.
But he shouldn't be upset over something that's just a part of the driver's culture, right? Especially if he knows the guy. But perhaps that hug and him groping your chest isn't normal over there? And you don't want your husband seeing the video because he will be in shock after what he sees? Well, there isn't an excuse in the world that's going to stop me from showing him. So, what do you think?
Why do you know about him and my husband knowing one another? What?
Why do I know about that? I didn't. I was just wondering if that could be the case or not.
What?
But, now that you just replied in such a way to that, I guess I was on the mark with that thought. Thank you so much for confessing the truth there. Now it is set in stone that you have been cheating on your husband.
Wait, hold on a second. That was not what I meant to say. Hold on, you're being a real monster doing all of this to me.
I don't care if all this makes me a monster. You've been one far longer than I have, so we'll watch and see what happens to you first. But anyway, now you can see why I don't think your husband is going to be on your side in this case.
But what about Drake? Oh, Drake will surely...
There's no way he'd want to side with a mother who would lock his own wife up out in the garage to freeze for 6 days.
Hey, can we talk about this more realistically? 2 million is far beyond too much to be asking for, right?
Nope. 2 million now after those smartass comments you made earlier. 2 million. And the reason why I've made it 2 million is because I know you won't be able to provide that money for me.
Please! Oh, please, please, please help me out here. I will seriously learn from this and everything, so please just shut up about what happened. If I'm forced to have to pay you a settlement by the judge and then am thrown away by my family, I'll...
But at least you won't be freezing to death out in someone's garage, right? I had to endure the freezing cold for longer than anyone ever should because of you. And now, I'm going to make you take full responsibility for that.
I've told you, you're being way too dramatic about that.
Then let's leave it up to the judge and the jury to decide if I'm being too over-dramatic about it.
The judge and the jury? Oh, no way, Leia. All right. Then at the very least, can you please not tell my husband anything about that man I was with today? I promise to pay you a settlement and I will take responsibility for the crimes I committed.
What are you blabbering on about? He's going to find out about it sooner or later. And that's me talking as if I hadn't already sent him the video of you hugging that man. Which I have.
What?
I made sure to send it to Drake as well, just in case. And the responses I've already gotten from them prove they are not going to align themselves with you any longer, Molly. They both are planning to come back to the States right soon, actually.
What? Are the both of them mad at me?
Well, of course they're both mad at you. Now that I've told you everything I had to, anything else you have to say to me will go through my lawyer first. Goodbye forever now.
Hold on a sec. I'm seriously asking that you please do not show those videos you took to anyone else. I will pay you anything that I have to show that I am sorry for what I've done to you, so please don't post them or anything.
I'm so very sorry, Molly. I actually uploaded both of those videos to the internet before we even started talking to one another.
What? What the hell are you doing?
Well, I mean, there are plenty of people on the internet that know a thing or two about this sort of stuff and would be glad to teach you a lesson. Not using the internet to its fullest would be a complete and utter waste, right? Right? Chloe, I have so many things to thank you for now. You really helped me out big time here. Because of you, I really did leave her speechless.
I know. And I expect something in return for all of this. So what are you going to do about that dummy of yourself? I can take it off your hands and discard it properly if you want. Or better yet, you can keep it and display it in your house.
What? A dummy of my own body?
Yeah, I made that thing just for you, and I'd be a bit embarrassed to have to get rid of it for you too. By the way, what ended up happening to the old hag anyway?
She's going to be kicked out of her house and the family for starters. Although she still thinks she has a chance at getting both her husband's and her son's forgiveness at some point. But no matter how much she apologizes for what she's done, it's not going to help her.
I see. Then how about you put that dummy out on the front porch for everyone to see? Consider it a scare mother-in-law. Like a scarecrow, right?
What?
It would be a pain for everyone if she started to come back to the house, right? If you leave that dummy of yourself out on the porch, I'm sure she'll never want to go back to that house ever again.
So, you want me to use that dummy as a scarecrow? That would be an insult to crows everywhere, though.
But you don't want her coming back and causing even more trouble, right? I'm telling you right now, you've already used your friend's discount with me, so next time I'll really have to charge you for my services.
After that, I took my mother-in-law to court to sue her, and there the judge told her that she would owe me $125,000 as a settlement. That wasn't the end of things for her though, as next in line was her husband suing her for having cheated on him, and he too was allowed to receive a settlement from her. She was then kicked out of his house and would end up going into serious debt in order to pay us and live out on the streets. Also, the videos of her both cheating on her husband and burying me in the ground are going around on the internet, so she's having a really hard time showing her face anywhere. I hear that she's on her way out of town now and is going to lay low out in the middle of the woods for a while so that she doesn't have to be ashamed of all she's done anymore. She did a lot of horrible things that'll stick around for a long time though, so I'm not sure she's ever coming back out. She's also got all that debt to pay off now, so she'd better get on it unless she's just asking to be sent straight to hell. When it comes to Chloe, I made sure to pay her handsomely for the work she'd done making my dummy in 6 days. She is a very kind woman deep down though, so when I handed her the money, she told me to keep it this time. But I asked a pro to do an almost impossible job for me, and there was no way I would walk away without paying her what she's owed. Because of the video going around online though, she started to gain even more popularity as news of her being the creator of that dummy came out. And a few weeks after I paid her, she started to get phone calls from movie producers and event specialists. Seeing that my best friend benefited so well from the work she'd done for me, I am oh so happy for her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.